to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Before I begin, I'd like to preface for all of the speakers today, there is a significant delay from when we speak to when we can hear it. So you might not notice it, but if any of the speakers today seem a little confused, that could be the issue. At the same time, our choir today is choosing not to use the microphones due to that delay. So to begin with, thank you so much to the Riggs High Band, to Mark Summers and his crew for getting everything set up. And so welcome, thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021. To say that this year has been unique would certainly be an understatement for the school, for the community, and for the entire world given the pandemic situation. We usually try to keep this very formal, and we will do that, but I think we need to celebrate just a little bit first. I'm going to go through a list of individuals and groups that I'd like to thank for simply making this a tremendous school year and getting us to this point with students in the classrooms all year long in front of their students. So, I always like to thank the school board. The job that they do is unbelievable, but this year it was different. Their leadership, their guidance, and their support through all of the changes of the pandemic have been unbelievable. I'm going to ask you to hold your applause until I get through all of the groups. School board, obviously, the administrative team, all of our teachers, all of our support staff, all of the parents, and for sure, all of the students, and all of the community members. So basically, everybody, please, if you are able, stand and give a round of applause for an outstanding school year. So seniors, you persevered and you overcame. Many unknowns this year, many changes, and some mitigation efforts that you might not necessarily enjoyed. But you did it, and I can promise you, this won't be the only hurdle you'll have to jump after graduation. Every one of those challenges will make you stronger in the end. I always like to mention the accolades of academics and extracurriculars. There are way too many to mention specifically, but given that it's unprecedented, I think it's only right to say that a pretty large number of you sitting there today in green played part in 4 state championship football teams, and that has never happened. You did it, you deserve it, but always remember you didn't do it alone. There's a few people I'd really like you to thank when you get a chance to do so. The first is your family and friends that have supported you throughout all of your education. And the second is your school community, whether it be your kindergarten teacher, the teachers you had at the middle school or at Riggs, all the support staff that made it possible. Please take time to thank them for your accomplishments. Before I turn it over, I just have two quick pieces of advice. Whatever you do after graduation, make sure you're happy. If you're not, change what you're doing. And secondly, something we've tried to teach you since kindergarten every year, and your parents have worked on you with your entire life. Treat everybody with respect. Congratulations to all of you, and best of luck in the future. At this time, I would ask you to all please stand for the flag song presented by Mr. James Meter.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the students this day, and thank you for letting me be here to do this for you. Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you, Mr. Balk and senior choir members. Nice job. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here, and congratulations to the senior class of 2021. I just want to say it is awesome to see your beautiful faces today, because we spent a lot of the year without seeing your smiles and seeing your faces, and you did an awesome job of leading, not just this year, but for the last 4 years. So thank you, seniors. Your class will never forget. It's my privilege today to introduce 4 senior speakers that will address the audience today. The first senior speaker today is the daughter of John and Reuben New. During Sophia's years at Riggs High School, she has been active in band, the Peer Youth Orchestra, volleyball, Central South Dakota Skating Club, a staff member at St. Joseph After School Program, and Governor-to-Governor Leadership and Mentoring Program. Sophia's post-secondary plans are to attend Augustana University in Sioux Falls and major in either music education or psychology with an emphasis in school counseling. Something you may not know about Sophia is that she is an only child and was born in California. Please welcome Sophia New.
Thank you, Mr. M. Hello, class of 2021, families, teachers, and Riggs faculty. My name is Sophia New. Today is a very important day for us, as we are graduating from high school. We have been classmates since we were in elementary school, even though we went to different schools. We all met each other when we were in 6th grade, and we found our friends. We learned a lot from our friends and from our teachers. One lesson that we've learned and are still learning is that we will all go different directions in life. Our paths may cross again someday, but that is not guaranteed. Some of us might go to college, some of us might enter the workforce, and some might enter the armed forces. Some of us might end up at the same college. Some of us might not see anyone ever again. Some of us might have the same major. Some of us might have not even thought of a major yet. And some of us might graduate college with a major and a minor. But anyways, we have all come a long ways in our lives. Lives change, and people do too. We meet our best friends, and we find the people that we may not get along with. We lose family, and friends move away. But we learn to deal with these changes in a healthy way, and we move on. Different events change the way we look at life. The pandemic that struck when we were juniors changed how we look at life and what we take for granted. We didn't know what to expect, and I'm sure we were all scared. Zoom meetings, online schooling, and being stuck inside had some of us going crazy. Not getting to see our friends on a daily basis and not knowing when we would get to see them again in person got the better of us. But we learned to overcome the pandemic. Look at where we are, having an in-person graduation, and some of us are either partially or fully vaccinated. But that's besides the point. We are here today to celebrate a major life milestone. We've worked super hard for this moment. Take it in. Savor the moment when you receive a handshake and you get your diploma. You only get one chance to graduate high school. Never forget this moment. Now, just for a moment, think back to elementary school, when you were about 6 or 7 years old. Remember what you said about high school students? You wanted to be just like them one day. Now look at us. We are those high school students that sorry. You wanted to be just like them one day. Now look at us. We are those high school students that the elementary students look up to. We are the ones setting the example, mentoring them and looking after them. We can only hope that we impacted their lives in a positive way. We can all change the world. It just takes one step at a time. This is the first biggest step we can take. As Ella Fitzgerald once said, just don't give up trying to do what you really want to. Thank you.
Good job, Sophia. Our second senior speaker today is the daughter of Dan and Brooke Luss. Emma plans to attend South Dakota State University to pursue a degree in human biology. She will be participating in the honors program at SVSU. After completing her undergraduate degree, she hopes to go into the medical school to become a dermatologist. Something most people don't know about Emma is that this last year when school was down during COVID-19, she decided to sew some masks. This led to her making almost 500 masks for people in the community. I'd also like to add that she's been one of the most outstanding student body presidents I've ever worked with in 28 years. So please welcome Emma Luss.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Emma Luss, and over this last year, I've had the pleasure of being your student body president. I know by this point we're all pretty tired of hearing about COVID and how our class has worked to overcome it. And that's great and all, but I won't mention COVID again in this speech because we have something to look forward to and more insight to talk about. Now that these last 4 years are coming to an end, I would like to take you back to the first day of freshman year. Do you remember how nerve-wracking it was walking into TF Riggs? I am sure many of you remember how this day started for me. I was walking through the lunchroom as excited as I would ever be, but then I tripped over a chair and fell flat on my face. It was probably the most obnoxious and loudest sound any of you would hear. I was so embarrassed that I sat on the ground for a solid minute, making sure everyone had licked the whip before I stood back up. I seriously thought people would remember me for the rest of my high school career as the person who made a fool out of herself on the first day of freshman year. I'm sure many of you have experienced something embarrassing just like me. But what is most important is that we forget about it. As our class motto says, live every day like it's your last. Now there are some things this class will never forget. We won state football all 4 years of high school. We won state soccer twice in high school. We won state wrestling freshman year and the dual tournament this year. And let's not forget all of the amazing teams that have placed at state tournaments in our high school career. We have had classmates receive superior awards in one act play. The oral and turf team has placed multiple times at different events. There have been multiple students involved in music, perform at all-state band, orchestra, or choir. This is downright amazing, and not many other schools or classes have so many awesome awards to be proud of. These are just a few of the many things we have accomplished, and if I have overlooked anything, I'm sorry. And by the way, we are one of the smartest class to go through TF grades. We did break the record for receiving the most money in scholarship funds. I would just like to remind you that we received over $2 million. That's incredible. Our class has accomplished so many things. We left our mark on these halls. Quite literally, we painted our names on the bricks. And I might be biased, but I really the class of 2021 is the best to walk these halls. When people tell you that high school goes fast, you might as well listen to them because they are telling you from experience. But what are these 4 years of craziness all about? When everything is said and done, what have we truly accomplished and where are we going in life? Whether you decide to go to college, the military, straight into a job, or any other plans you have, you should be extremely proud of yourself. You made it through the endless stacks of homework, the times we cried because the homework was just too hard, the times the internet went out while we were trying to finish last-minute assignments, the times Mr. Swiden said, "Hey, you have something on your shirt just for you to look, and there's nothing on your shirt." The time Mr. Saluco was quarantined and decided it was cool to grow a man bun. The times Mr. Brandt quite literally wanted to fight students for hiding his Diet Coke. The times we had to read books we maybe didn't want to. All the times we had to do push-ups for saying bad words. All the early morning bus rides. And most importantly, all the times we decided to keep pushing just to walk across the stage and receive a diploma. No matter what you decide to pursue these next 40 years, it is going to be even more of an adventure. Thank you, administration, teachers, classmates, and most importantly, parents. You have all helped us accomplish what we have in these last 4 years of our lives. In the words of one of our favorite childhood singers, Hannah Montana, "I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one, with the future in our hands, so many dreams, so many plans." We did it, class of 2021. We're finally graduating. Congratulations. And finally, a word of advice for the underclassmen. Think twice about getting hypnotized at post-prom.
Nice job, Emma. Thank you. Our next speaker is the son of Kevin and Heidi Bowen. While at Riggs, Reuben has been involved in Oral and Turf, one-act plays, and our musical. Upon graduating today, Reuben will be moving to the Fargo-Moorhead area and will be attending Concordia College to study physics. Something you may not know about Reuben is that he was born in Yankton and moved to Pierre at the age of 3 years old. Something else you might not know about Reuben is that he's been hit by a bus twice. Please welcome Reuben Bowen.
Thank you, Mr. M. I'd like to raise a glass to the newlyweds. Sorry, wrong speech. Here we are. What a glorious day we have here today, and how lucky we are to finally step back in tradition and have a graduation outside, even if it is in light of some global events. While indeed it is a beautiful day in this neighborhood, our journey has been far from glamorous. Our world today is now full of dangerous distractions, like infectious disease, social media, and of course, Mr. Brandt's stories we've all managed to hear more than once. Despite all the bumps in the road, we've managed to get here together. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause. We've had difficult times, but I do believe we've handled it with dignity and grace. Every day for the last 4 years, we have found something to inspire us, to keep us going, and we've finally got here. I would like to thank the administration, family, friends, teachers, and of course the amazing custodial staff who made this all possible. When I sat down to write this speech, I had several ideas running through my head. Should I make it funny? Should I make it serious? Should I talk about COVID at all? Sorry. Maybe I should start it like this. According to all known laws of aviation, a bee should not be able to fly at all. I'm sure you get the picture. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but when I sat down to write it, it all escaped me. In a rage of frustration, I started listening to music, and one song's lyrics seemed to stick out the most. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? You've got so much to do, and only so many hours in the day. But when the truth is told, that you either get what you want, or you just get old, when will you realize that Vienna waits for you? Now I don't know about you, but I think those lyrics speak thousands of words to everybody here. These last 4 years have gone by fast. Some might even argue, not fast enough. But as this chapter of our life ends, and the next one begins, we must remember to live our lives and stay young at heart. One of my most vivid memories here at Riggs is my sophomore year. I was down in the dungeon, as it's lovingly called, working on some virtual business model in preparation for the semester test. When I was called out of class by Mr. M, now we've all had that feeling. What did I do? What did I say? Who's bringing me down with them? When I stepped out of the room, I was greeted with a handshake, and I was asked to perform my oral and term piece in front of all the teachers. Well, a week later, I was in the library explaining how some poor, unfortunate soul had to go through a prostate exam and a cystoscopy. And if you don't know what that is, you're very, very lucky. Little did I know that in a year, everything would change. I don't think anybody knew. But here we are. We made it through here together. More together than I think we have ever have been. We laughed, we cried, we got crippling caffeine addictions, and of course, we all bullied our teachers along the way. We have so many very special people to thank. Some of them are here with us, some of them are far away, and some of them are even in heaven. All of us have someone special who has loved us into being. Those who have cared for you and wanted what is best for you. Would you take with me 10 seconds to think of all the wonderful people in our lives who have helped you become who you are today? 10 seconds is all I ask. I'll watch the time. Some people are afraid of goodbyes, but I was recently told what the true meaning of goodbye is. God be with you. And I happen to like that meaning a lot more. So goodbye, TF Riggs. And congratulations, class of 2021. And thank you, administration, teachers, family, friends, and the custodial staff for making this possible today. Way to go, guys. We did it.
Thank you, Reuben. Nice job. Our final speaker today is the daughter of Michael and Deb Winder. Mesa has been very active while attending Riggs as a stage manager for the theater and director for the theater, drum major of the band, and student senate class treasurer. Mesa's plan after high school is to attend the University of Arizona to study arts and visual culture education with emphasis in museum management. Mesa plans to pursue a career in arts management. Something most people don't know about Mesa is that when she was a little girl, she wanted to be in the Olympics for jump roping. And if you know how she accomplishes things, she probably would have won a gold medal. Please welcome Mesa.
August 21st, 2017, the first day of high school. We were ready. We had stocked up on school supplies, picked out the perfect outfit, and memorized our path around the school. And then the ceiling flooded. The rain was so heavy and it had leaked so badly that there were puddles all throughout school. We actually had to cancel our first day assembly in the theater because it was blocked by water. But then by noon, there was a rare solar eclipse that was visible from the front steps. We probably should have taken that first day as an omen. The next few years would be full of unexpected highs and lows. Our freshman year turned around pretty quickly after that first day, and we went on to win the state football championship, bring home hardware from marching band competitions, and dominate girls soccer and wrestling. Fast forward to sophomore year, when we did all that again, and by the time junior year arrived, we had the hang of things. Harder classes and more extracurriculars couldn't stop us, or so we thought. One of my most vivid memories from junior year was the premiere of the fall play. The doors were opening on The Hope and Heartache Diana. It was a cute love story that would warm audiences on the chilly fall day. A group of tech students and I were preparing our techie bingo cards. It was our newest game to try and prevent absolutely anything from going wrong. The goal was to not mark any spaces. No broken props, stained costumes, or loud noises backstage. We could do it. And then we realized the theater lobby was pretty dark. And in fact, the entire school was dim. And then we heard from some basketball fans that there was a blackout at the school and absolutely no power. We had no idea when it would get fixed, but what could we do? We couldn't move on like the basketball game, and we knew that the show must go on. We did what any normal group of students would do. We ran around the school, broke into classrooms, stole flashlights, and used electric candles to light up the stage. And by the way, the play did go off without another hitch, but we did all have to give ourselves a blackout on our bingo sheets. Yeah, we didn't play that game again. The second half of junior year was a whole different type of crazy. A week off of school to flatten the curve turned into 3 until we found out that being at home was our new normal in unprecedented times. We didn't want to complain, of course, because for us it meant fewer semester tests, smaller AP tests, and longer summer vacation. And plus, we had already survived the shutdown of Club Penguin and the breakup of One Direction. We knew we could handle it. And before we knew it, most of our quarantine had ended and senior year began. This was our year to do whatever we wanted because we only had one more chance. One more chance to make varsity, to perform on stage, to sing our favorite song in choir, to win even more state championships, to make a ball of fire in Mr. Brandt's room, to listen to the walls vibrate from Mr. DeBoer's loud song of the day, to climb to the top of the theater, and go to state FBLA, to hear May the Schwartz be with you one last time, ring bells for student senate, use the kiln and pottery, paint a mural on the walls, to smell a random burnt bag of popcorn. But actually, who burnt popcorn so many times? But we did each and every one of those things. What we went through didn't crush our spirit, take away from our talents, or erase our achievements. It made us stronger and ready to face whatever life will throw at us. And remember, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. No one planned for the ceilings to flood, or for the world to shut down. But no matter what we faced, we excelled. That's what makes me so proud to be part of this class, and so happy to have spent some of our most formative years together. Although we're ready to go off onto our own lives, I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you. It's been a hard 13 years, but we've gone through it together. We don't know what plans life has for each of us, but we can either let it define, destroy, or strengthen us. And if life is anything like this last year, we'll all end up pretty jacked. Thank you.
afternoon. I'm Rob Coverdale, one of the assistant principals. Before we move on to the presentation of diplomas, I would ask that everybody take a short moment of silence to remember those classmates and friends that can't be with us today. Thank you. I would ask that the front row stand up. AJ Grace Hicks. Brooke Samantha Easland. Morgan Jean Eckert. Mesa Alexandra Winder. Adeline Marguerite Abernathy. Taylor Marie Agard. Cameron John Ahart. Madeline B. Jean Allen. Andy Lynn Allison. Jared Fred Anderson. Annika Lane Anfenrud. Abby Marie Baker. Jace Calvin Beestrom. Denton William Beck. Blake Matthias Berger. Layla Bell Blackbird. Keith Vincent Boardman. Reagan Michael Bolway. Aaron Robert Booth. Reuben Philip Bowen. Kenya Grace Briggs. Rafe Kirby Briggs. Rain James Broadcord. Colin Lee Brueggemann. Aaliyah Sage Sarda. Dylan Reggie Christie. Joseph Paul Kramer. Tristan J. Curry. Tioni Marie Dawson. Jenna Lynn Deal. Bennett John Dean. Kelly Trent Edwards. Ethan Dean Ellingson. Cord Herschel Ellis. Delaney Meredith Engbrecht. Taylor Lee Evans. George William Fennell VII. Jackson Michael Ferris. Riley Dennis Fisher. Thomas Anthony Fisher. Crystal Rose Foster. Justin Raynon Frederick. Gunnar Gerald Gehring. Tyann Lee Geppert. Andrew William Gordon. Kenzie Aaron Gronland. Addison Sue Marie Gruce. Emily Jane Gunderson. Nathan John Haberling. Whitney Renee Hattelstad. Lane Edward Hedgeland. Devin James Hemmelman. Exaria Kai L. Henderson. Seneca Gray Hurdle. Stephen Paul Heth Jr. Kaylor Christopher Heineman. William Jeffrey Hodges. Rain Trey Dewey Howe. JC Rose Edema. Paige Elizabeth Eisberg. Trayton James Jacobson. Jackson Barry Jennings. Adeline Rose Johnson. Keenan Scott Johnson. Tyson Benjamin Johnson. Blake Corwin Jones. Mitchell Scott Jungwirth. Liam Neil Kelly. Jenna Elizabeth Keyser. Maya Lynn Keenholz. Ariel Brianna Kipke. Lolita Christina King. Devin Wayne Kirshenman. Jillian Marie Klinger. Braden Michael Kolda. JC Ray Kroll. McCain Russell Kruger. Christian Morgan Ledoux. Jacob Michael Larson. Joseph Isaac Lehman Jr. Elliot John Life. Nathan Andrew Leiferman. Zachary Michael Lettler. Gabriella Irene Lynn. Kishana Rose Lott. Aaron Daniel Lewis. Houston Michael Lundy. Emma Nicole Luss. Jessica Ann Lutmer. Michaela Renee Magner. Francois Albert Maritz. Dana Jane Martin Moss. Jacob Daniel Mayer. Noah Daniel McCarty. Levi Jonathan McKinley. Justin Curtis Merriman. Emily Josephine Mertes. James Stanley Mickinen. Alexander Michael Miller. Karsten Christopher Miller. Jordan Esri Morley. Markia Alice Mutchicalnaus. Carly Louise Natvig. Morgan Elizabeth Nelson. Sophia Grace New. Molly Elizabeth Nyhart. Danielle Renee Nickel. Allison Marie Andrzejczyk. Jacob David Page. Kira Jean Peplinski. Isaac Leo Polak. Paige Amber Polarize. Jacob Levi Powell. Fallon Lynn Pullman. Tessa Lynn Putzier. Hannah LaShawn Rabbit. Michelle Lorraine Rabbit. McGuire Lewis Rasky. Conlon James Edward Rendell. Shelby Dawn Roman. Wyatt Charles Rose. Kelsey Joe Rozecki. Nolan Wayne Rounds. Joshua Richard Rouse. Peyton John Schleckaway. Hannah Louise Schockenmeyer. Christopher Lawrence Schultz. Deidre Katura Scott. Kaylee Marie Severin. Alexandra Joe Smith. Fletcher James Thompson. Mariel Rose Squires. Dylan Cade stands and looks back. Cooper William Swartz. Megan Ruth Switzer. Daniel Lee Tafoya. Preston Byron Taylor. Alex Justin Taylor Kenzie. Zachary Ronald Ullman. Michael Dean Vanderwille. Justice Michael Van Dyke. Kylie Jean Vanderman. Luke Anthony Venner. Eliana James Verbeek. Thomas James Vetch. Alyssa Christine Walker. Cora Joy Westby. Addison Cade Westergren. Aubrey Shea Westover. Trevor Allen Wheelhouse. Kaya Lynn White Eyes. Austin Elizabeth Weedy. Reagan Elizabeth Weedy. Katie Ray Williams. Willow Elizabeth Zeller. I would now ask the graduates to all please stand. You can now move your tassels. And I proudly present to you the TF Riggs graduating class of 2021.